Good morning, students. So, the topic which we have already discussed in our class, that is relative density. What do you mean by the relative density? Actually, it is the ratio of the density of the substance to the density of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Why we mention here 4 degrees Celsius? Because water is having an anomalous behavior that we will discuss by doing Hope's experiment in chapter heat. Next, now we are expressing this density in the form of mass. Okay, but we know density is what? Mass upon volume. So here we are mentioning the term mass of unit volume. It means mass upon volume, that will become what? M upon 1 for the substance and M upon 1 for the water. So that's why we can compare the ratio of the masses if volume is 1 gram per centimeter, if volume is 1 centimeter cube or 1 meter cube. The next is the same thing. Now at the place of a unit volume, they have mentioned the term certain volume. Certain volume means both the substances should have equal volume. If a substance is having the volume that is 4 centimeter cube, okay, and here the mass we don't know, and then again the mass of water is there, and again the volume is 4 centimeter cube. Both the volumes are same, they will cut. So we are having a formula as mass of a certain volume of a substance upon mass of an equal volume of water in that case. So from here we define relative density as relative density of a substance is defined as the ratio of mass of a certain volume of substance to the mass of an equal volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Now we have said the compare of densities or masses. So the relative densities has no units. Okay. So the relative densities has no units. So now what are the units of density we are having? That is gram per centimeter cube or kg per meter cube. Sorry, here it will be meter. Kg per meter cube. So we know that 1 gram per centimeter cube is equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. So when in gram per centimeter cube, the relative density is directly equal to the numerical value of density. But when we are having it as using the bigger units, we are having the density in kg per meter cube, then the numerical value is multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 3. From where this 10 raised to power minus 3 comes? When this 1000 move in the numerator, so 10 raised to power minus 3. So now the next we are having determination of relative density of a solid substance by Archimedes principle. We know the formula here, that mass of the body, and then we are taking mass of water, equal volume of that body. Now the question is, what is Archimedes principle? Yes girls, what is Archimedes principle? Yes, the volume of the liquid displaced by the body is equal to the volume of the submerged part of the body. So the body experiences an upthrust equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. Upthrust equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. So what the formula here come? This mass of water will be equal to what? Weight of mass liquid displaced. It is related to what? Liquid displaced by the body. So I am writing here mass of the body upon how you get this mass? Mass of water displaced by the body. Fine. When we multiply these both masses with the g, what we will get? mg is equal to weight. So weight of the body is equal to weight of water displaced by the body. Now how much water is actually displaced? Okay, how much loss in weight of the body we are having? That is the weight of the body in the air upon the weight of the body in water. Okay beta, first thing, the formula we have taken directly of the equal volumes. Then what we have done, we have used the definition of Archimedes principle, that what body experiences? Body experiences an upthrust equal to the weight of liquid displaced by it. कितना displaced करेगी? Fine. So that is equal to what? That is related to the loss in weight of that body, the apparent weight we are getting. So what that apparent weight is equal to? Weight of the body in air upon my subtracting the weight of the body in water. If weight of the body in air is W1, weight of the body in water is W2. So here is our formula, that is W1 upon W1 minus W2. I hope now it's clear to you. If still having doubt, you can put your doubt in YouTube link. Now in this case, we further having two cases. Now we are talking about a solid substance. Now if in case of solid substance, two things are there. Either the substance is insoluble in it or the substance is soluble in it. Fine, two cases are there. Either the substance is insoluble in it or the substance is soluble in it. The first one we are taking when the substance is insoluble in it. So weight of the body you can have, that is W1 in air. Weight of the body in water is what? W2. What is loss in weight? That is W1 minus W2, equal to the water displaced by the body by using Archimedes principle. So simply we get the formula here, W1 upon W1 minus W2. Clear? Now the next one here we are having, when the solid is denser than the water and soluble in it. Two conditions they have given, denser than water, so obviously and soluble in water, it will solve in water. Now in this case what we will do, beta, we will take another liquid. Okay, what kind of liquid it will be? It is that solid is insoluble and sink in that liquid. Solid is insoluble. We will take another liquid. The solid should be insoluble in it. So how we will do it? Weight of solid in air, okay, loss in weight of solid in water, in liquid, sorry. Whatever the liquid you are taking, okay, we compare the weight with that liquid, loss of weight in that liquid, multiply with the relative density of the liquid. Why so? Because now except water nobody is having a density is equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube. So when we are having a solid is denser than water and soluble in it, what we will do? We will take a liquid of known relative density, so that we should know this. Fine, known relative density in which the solid is insoluble and sink in that liquid. So the formula here is weight of the solid in air upon loss in weight of solid in liquid. If you are now taking the weight of the liquid as W2, so that is W1 upon W1 minus W2 into relative density of the liquid. That should be known to us. Next is very simple. We are having determination of a relative density of a liquid. Fine beta, till now we have discussed about solids. Now we are going to discuss about the relative density of a liquid by Archimedes principle. So again what we will take, we are having now water with us, we are having now liquid substance with us. Fine, and how we will deal with this? To find the relative density of liquid, we will take a body heavier than the body, the given liquid and the water, and insoluble in both. Now we are take another liquid. Fine, we will take another bodies here. So weight loss from water in water and weight loss in the another liquid. So here we are having W1 minus W2 upon W1 minus W3. That is weight of the loss when the body is in water and weight of the loss when body is in another liquid. So these are the three formulas, okay, of the relative density. The next topic, bacha, we are having flotation. We have done this topic already, but just discussing with you this topic. See, for the principle of flotation, we know that Fb is a force which is acting vertically upwards and weight of the body is acting vertically downwards through the center of gravity. Okay, now the three cases are there. Body is halfly submerged and floating in water. Okay, here are all the cases we are having here. First case is when body is sink in water. Okay, the second case when we are having when body is floating but equally immersed in water. The third case we are having when body is halfly submerged in water. अब ध्यान रखने वाली जो बात है, सी here I put FB dash, here I put FB dash, here I put FB. Fine. So it means whole of the upthrust of the body is not applying on this body. That is not required. Fine. So in this case body is sinking. Fine, it's directly clear that weight of the body is greater than the upthrust. The second case, the weight of the body is equal to maximum upthrust of that body. Suppose it can apply 100 GF force. Okay, and this body is also having how many weight? That is 100 GF. So when they are equal, in this case beta, body will float, but it is not requiring the upthrust which is the maximum upthrust of the body. अगर कोई चीज़ है, if I am having something, if I can pick 5 books with my one hand, why I'll use my 2 hands, right? This is that case. So in this case, point of buoyant force and the point of center of gravity doesn't coincide. In this it is coincide, and here it was the body sinks. So here what we are having, that the weight of a floating body is equal to the weight of the liquid submerged displaced by its submerged part. So whole body is doing this, here half body is doing this. Okay, so the next we are having relationship between the submerged part of a floating body, the densities of liquid and the body. See beta, for weight of the body we know V rho g is there. Okay, volume of the body, density. See how we can get it, that mass upon volume is equal to density. So mass is equal to rho into V. So m into g, that is weight, that is equal to V rho g. So here we are having volume of the body into density of the body into g. The next we are having for Fp, we also know that is V rho g. Here the volume of the displaced liquid, rho L, the density of liquid and gravity. Now in case of upthrust we are having W is equal to Fp. Okay, so using their formulas, that is V rho Lg, here V rho S. So Gg get cancelled, and when we are comparing we are getting this equation. What is that equation? That is volume of immersed part of body upon total volume of body, okay, is equal to density of the body upon density of liquid. Applications you have already read, so I am not writing it here. I am sending you the PDF of the numericals. Have a great day, enjoy your day, read the content properly. God bless you all, bacha.